got myself one of these. It had to be done. That is a drone. That's my drone. So I've just been reviewing the old vlog footage of when I lost my camera drone. That was back in early 2020, around February 2020. This was obviously a pre-COVID world, but it was a time when I really thought that getting a camera and doing aerial photography would have enhanced my videos. So I was very, very excited to have one and very, very upset when I lost it. Aerial photography and videography is something I really wanted to get into. My idea was that it might actually make the videos that I put on YouTube slightly better, of better quality. So back to my two cameras, and that's it. And we'll see what happens. So I went out and bought this, or something very similar to this. It's just a very sort of cheap and simple drone. It comes with a camera that has a angled, no stabilization, but you know, it holds its altitude pretty good, and it comes with a controller, so you're not controlling it through, I don't know why I'm doing this, through an app on a phone. Through one of these, i.e. you have to put your fingers on glass and move it around. It actually does come with a proper controller. It's all designed to look like a Mavic, or at least like a mini DJI Mavic. As you can see, it looks very similar in its profile. And it's about the size of a DJI Mini, but the camera on it is about 720p, whatever that means. Not £7.20. In the bag you get a load of propeller guards and even a few propellers, a few spare propellers. Why am I selling it? I ordered this online. There's no way you're ever going to know, or anyone's ever going to know, where this came from. Anyway, the reason why I bought one of these little drones, toy drones I suppose, they cost about £25, £30, if that. Unless of course you go into Hamleys, where they're about £150. But that's Hamleys. The reason why I bought one is so that I could practice flying, practice the controls and practice the landing and the takeoff. If you go out and buy a drone for about £1,000 and then you crash it on the first few test flights, ouch! And then of course, even if you have DJI Care, you've still got to then send the drone away or go through the entire process, which is laborious and lengthy. Anyway, this is very, very similar to the first drone that I bought. The other drone was a little bit bigger. But, you know, apart from the camera that was about 720p, it did a pretty decent job at helping me to learn the basics of drone flight. During lockdown, I flew my little toy drone around everywhere. Every time I would go out for a little walk by myself and there was no one around, I would do a little practice flight up off the ground, hover around for a bit, a few basic controls, few loop-the-loops and things like that, just to get practiced at handling something with a much more expensive camera attached. Now it does say in the instructions that it has 3 speeds and it has a return to home button, and it also has like a 360 flip function. I don't think I've ever used that. Yeah, the controller takes normal AA batteries and I'm so thankful. I am a kid from the 80s and the 90s, so I appreciate something that you actually buy the batteries for and put them in. All these integral batteries, batteries that you cannot remove from a device, the iPod being one and the iPhone being another. I always like the fact that you could change the batteries if you were running out of juice. And so the lesson learned there is never try to fly a drone inside a narrowboat. Tea. The drink of champions. Anyway, I have now upgraded to the DJI Mavic Mini, which I'm very, very happy about. This thing does have a much better quality camera on it. It records in 1080p and it also records in 2.7K. Which is very, very good. It's designed to be ultra light. I don't know if you can see that. 249 grams, which means that I qualify as a hobbyist. I do not fall into the professional drone pilot category, which means I can just fly it around and take really good quality pictures and video of my life on the narrowboat, and I do not need a specific CAA license. My DJI Mini comes with its own controller with an integral battery that you have to charge up, and it also comes with 3 batteries and a couple of spare propellers, and that's all I'm going to say to sell that one. Anyway, I'll leave a link to the DJI website in the description. I've been flying around the crap toy drone for enough now to kind of at least know the basics of drone flight. Rules, regulations and other such stuff, because when it comes to drone flights you really do need practical experience. You can't learn everything from a YouTube video. You can kind of see they do look a little bit similar. They don't look that similar, but you can see what this company was kind of going for when they kind of made their drone, their toy drone, look a little bit like this. Yeah. Now wouldn't it be great if I could do a head-to-head video? But it's howling a gale and it's been pissing rain all day, so I'm not going to fly either of these in the rain. I've learned that lesson already. But I urge you, if you do want to get into any kind of aerial photography, buy the cheap one first, learn the basics of drone flight, and then get yourself something with a better quality camera. In my humble, small amount of experience that I've had, I can honestly safely say that it's the takeoff and landing which has the most possibility for error. So yeah, practice your takeoff and your landings somewhere where there's no objects or people. The other drone that I had, even though I crashed it a few times, it was still working by the time I took it to a charity shop and gave it away. So I'll probably be giving this away if I'm not using it for practice drone flights ahead of using the expensive one.